We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. How's everybody doing out there? I'm not talking shit. Jesus, peasant chat. Did I write down the wrong thing? Let me see. I'll make sure. Yeah, peasant chat. I wanted to make sure the title was proper. Peasant chat, January 15, 2023. Today we're talking a little bit about the Tesla price cut. A lot of people are that are Tesla fanboys are a little pissed off about that, especially if you bought a Tesla last year, especially if you're a stockholder. You're probably not so happy that the prices were cut, but that's actually a super smart thing, like a super smart thing, because if you were on the fence about buying a Tesla, then the drop in price makes it a lot more enticing. The Model 3 Performance got like a $4,000 price cut. Certain vehicles are available for a $7,500 tax credit, which is a Model 3 long range and a Model Y base package. The rest are just a little cheaper. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get on the bandwagon yet because I just don't feel I need that yet. I need, if anything, an SUV, like a big SUV that can tow. We saw that the truck failed miserably because I shouldn't say failed miserably. I bought the truck hoping that things were ready and they weren't, and that's okay. So, and then the things that were ready weren't configured to my liking. So it's just not something I want to do. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about other peasant shit and whatever else is going on. But before we do that, as always, we like to thank the sponsors, the people to keep the, what's it called? The disco ball turning. That's right. We got PMass. Nick James PMass still owes a brother. So this will probably be his last month. It might just be less sponsors. Two Auto Solution. That's right. Rami Zaidan, Two Auto Solution. Building engines down there. Parts Farm, thepartsfarm.com. Just got in a gotta have a green convertible Mustang. Go check out the Parts Farm on Instagram. They just got in a nice looking convertible, gotta have it green 13 or 14 GT. Brembo's nice. I mean, it's fucked up. It's the Parts Farm, of course, but it's cool looking. Doma got cookies. Thank you very much for sending me the cookies. I sent Melissa her air freshener. Now, I do have to get with the other guys because I deleted your emails by mistake. Caliber Transmission, calibertransmission.com. He's going to get my transmission going. He showed me the gear set, and I was very happy to see that everything is progressing nicely on that front. So the motor is pretty much paid minus labor. The transmission, I put a deposit on it because let's be honest, this is going to be big boy money. Like for the price that I am paying for the motor and the transmission, I probably could build an 8-second Fox body, but I understand that racing is expensive and the GT500 is that kind of vehicle that warrants that kind of attention and money. I don't mind spending the money if the end product is badass and if it runs a number and then I could sell it knowing that it has badass shit in it. It's only a good thing. Let's say hi to the people. We'll talk some stuff about Tesla stuff, and then we'll just talk whatever peasant shit comes up. This is a subscriber-only mode. So if you are not a subscriber, you can't talk. If you're just one of these freeloading assholes that wants to talk shit, you got to subscribe at least. First Pastelas, First Pastelazo, Kristen Sama, Monty 540, 2000 MCR, Clip Clop the Horse, Boxy Luxury, Minivan Badman, Deuce Did It, Angel, Borrico, Taylor Morgan, Cluster BM, Craig Walls, Coyote, Dunn, Tyler, Anthony, Melissa, the pretty lady with the cookies and the mod, Douglas Gonzalez, the resident pork chop, Joey G, Chris Anderson, Godfather, Diego, Bill Morrison, Nat Jew, email me again. I totally deleted your email by mistake. You and Arabian Mexican, email me again, or Mexican Arabian, whatever the fuck it is. But I got them in a little envelope. They're ready to go. But I just need your fucking name, and I fucked up. I deleted some emails. Melissa hit me up on Instagram, so I was able to get hers, but I deleted a bunch of emails because I was running out of room on Gmail, and I inadvertently deleted your shit. So Nat Jew hit me up, and Mexican Arabian or Arabian Mexican. 1Slow50, Nickel, S550, Hilton, Whippled, 11-second Eclipse, the Black GT500, Mexico Racing League, waking up on a Sunday. He's probably ready to drop another fucking 15 G's on his car. Turbo upgrade. Whippled 5.0 again. Ken McAllister, Matt Oliver, Kimbo S, 5-way Josh, 94 GT Vert, Dill Space, Harley Taquache Mode, Whipple, Cripple, Jared Wells, Mod List, Ivan D, S550, The Penny, National Bias Supplies, Nathan Clog, B Lightning, Martin, Blake, War Yacht, Connor Tate, Tyler Smith, Mango Brain, Coyote Fury, Insane with the long bed regular cab F-150 in the house. Chris Basin, Adolfo Sandoval, the Wolf S-197, our Mr. Ortega. We got Melissa yet again. Garage Bill Coyote showing everyone his sequential light kit. I still want Parts Farm shit. Hey, get after it. Ashton Hassan. Pat the One, I haven't seen you in a while. Go get your Tesla orders in, boys and girls. We'll talk about it. Okay, Ian Oz. I think if your family are in the market for a daily and your area has infrastructure in place, you'd be crazy not to at least consider a Tesla. Very good point. So check this out. I am just going to type in Tesla supercharger near me. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to click on the map. All I'm typing is Tesla supercharger. I'm not counting the... Actually, let's say Tesla supercharger C locations. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay, good. This is great. Okay, so check this out. I am in the Palm Beach Gardens Riviera border. And this is the infrastructure that's in place in my area right here. So let's say I'm somewhere here. Right? I'm somewhere here in the middle, right? Tesla supercharger, like 2 minutes from me. And then down here, there's Tesla. Okay, now we're going to see just EV chargers. Look at that. So the area is chock full of superchargers, especially the further south you go, I think, the more they pop up. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. So the infrastructure, actually, Palm Beach County is popping with that stuff. It seems like Palm Beach County is literally the place to be when it comes to having the infrastructure in place for superchargers. Now, I've thought about it, to be honest with you, and it would be a Model 3 Performance, and I could swing it, no problem. But I got to be honest with myself. I need something that has a little more utility. So we did a little bit of research on our end, and I think I just need like a big... like not a Tahoe, because a Tahoe, in my opinion, if I'm going to buy an SUV, it's going to be big, it's going to be able to tow, and it's going to be able to, what's the high end version Tahoe, but not quite the Escalade. I forget what it's called. It's the GMC something. I forget exactly what it's called. But let's talk about the price, basically slashes that Tesla did recently, and it pissed off a lot of people. Tesla has just cut the purchase price of the Model 3 and Model Y in the United States by quite a significant margin. Some variants are up to 20% cheaper to buy than before. While it may be a bitter pill to swallow if you just took delivery of a Model 3 or Y, it'll certainly help spur demand. The EV manufacturer had a good 2022 with a solid fourth quarter, but its delivery numbers in the U.S. didn't quite live up to analysts' prediction. This lowering of prices for its entry-level offerings could be a sign that Tesla wants to make sure it bolsters demand in order to meet the sales target for the year, reassure investors, and stop its stock prices from falling further. For the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, Tesla has cut the price by $3,000. From $46,990 to $43,990, making a 6.5% reduction. For the Model 3 Performance, the one I would be interested in, Tesla applied the 14% price drop of $9,000 cheaper. Who the fuck ever does that? From $62,000 to $53,000 for a Model 3 Performance. And a Model 3 Performance is probably a perfect daily. Now, they have a long range version, and if you want to just drive 350 plus miles, you get the long range. If you want to just zip around town and be quick, like a Performance variant, I think the Model 3 Performance is like just perfect. For the Model Y, which is their second best-selling vehicle, the prices have been lowered by even more. The Y long range is now 20% cheaper than before, now costing $52,990 compared to $65,990. Guys, that's $13,000 cheaper for a Model Y long range. That is ridiculous. Making this five-seater model making the five-seater model, again, eligible for the $7,500. Okay, so on top of the $13,000 price cut, you're able to get a $7,500 federal tax credit. So that means it's going to end up being like $56,000 by the time it's all said and done. Tesla also made the larger Model S and X cheaper. For the Model S, the prices dropped $10,000 from $104 to $94. And for the Plaid, they dropped it $21,000 from $135 to $114. I know, it sounds ridiculous. Guys, it's a fucking supercar. Sorry. The Model S Plaid gets the biggest price reduction of the entire lineup. If you were on the fence about buying a Plaid, now's the time. The X is also cheaper, which is the X and the X Plaid, now costing from $120 to $109. And the Plaid variant was $138. Now it is $119, $20,000 off. So the guys that were in the market for a Plaid, it is the fastest quickest accelerating production vehicle still, and they dropped it $20,000. How the hell can you not? And again, most of us in this chat are peasants. This ain't for us. This shit ain't for us, okay? So if you're going, well, by the time I pay off that loan, I'm gonna fucking buy a house. Shut up. This shit ain't for you, bro. This is for people that got money. If you ain't got no money, go buy yourself a fucking used Chevy, a used fucking Mustang, a 2-valve, a 3-valve, and say Plaids suck because you can't afford it. That's fine. But let's be honest. A $20,000 chunk taking out of the quickest performance variant that they have, that's a good deal. And if you bought a Plaid 3 months ago, you're going to be pissed off. That's $20,000. And if you're buying a long range Y or 3, you get a $7,500 tax credit. So pretty cool if you're into that kind of shit. Again, I have to be honest with myself, and I have to get myself a large SUV because I need something to tow if I do take cars to the track, and I need room, but I don't need a regular cab with a bed. That just didn't make sense to me. So I think it's very, very smart for Tesla to do that. You will see people that were on the fence all of a sudden jump on or jump over or whatever the fuck they do. And I think it'll be a good thing for competition, because Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Nissan, BMW, Audi, they're all going to come out with their version of that. So Tesla just wants to be on top of the game, and that's a smart thing to do, in my opinion. I live here in Toothless Hick, West Virginia, and we have like 5 sheets in my town with Tesla superchargers in the parking lot. Admiral Peck, oh my God, do I have to fucking read this? That credit score looking like absolute trash because I bought a 17 Escape last month. Then I broke up with my ex, and she's going to take a loan with her tax return to buy it off me. Oh my God. This is the peasant chat. That is exactly what peasant people do, right? So you bought a 17 Escape. You bought a 5-year-old Escape last month, and you took a loan out on it. So that's all good. He took a loan out on an Escape. Is this the guy that said he's got a fucking pro mod in his shit? Fuck. Oh, he fucks with pro mods? And then he broke up with his ex, and she's going to take a loan with her tax return to buy it off me. Oh my God. If I had something to give away, that just sounds like the worst. This is some West Virginia shit ass whatever. What the fuck is going on in your life? Your ex isn't going to buy your fucking shit off of you. She said that to get your hopes up. And she's going to find a better deal somewhere else. Why would she buy a 17 Escape off of you unless her credit score is shit? Which tells me that you know how to pick these girls. What a shit show. God damn, what a way to kick off the peasant chat with peasant shit. To be fair, it only had 20,000 miles. Is Admiral Peck the new Turvey? Should have kept that to yourself, Admiral. I read the X can and will tow under 5,000 decently. Might not be a bad move if you're not towing constantly. Doubt it's efficient in the long run. No, look, I'm looking to tow to Bradenton. I'm looking to tow to potentially maybe South Georgia Motorsports Park, to Orlando. And that's as far as I would tow anything, to be honest with you. I'm not looking to tow anything more than that. This motherfucker literally said his ex is going to buy his car off of him. Wow. Wow. Wait a minute. Peck has an ex? Right. Of course he does. He needs some advice, Alex. Help the man out. Jared Wells. Some people, look, we've talked, and let's be honest. Stop. You need to stop it. Admiral Peck, it's an escape. It's an escape. One more time. You bought a 5-year-old Escape for $20,000. And I bet you that bitch is 9%. Look, man. Admiral Peck, I want to be honest with you. I was never you, so I don't know what you're like. But you need to get your head completely out of your ass. I don't know what you think you are. I don't know what skills you think you have. I don't know what knowledge you think you possess. You need to shut up, get your head down, off of the forums, off of Facebook, off of shit, stop watching porn, all that stuff. Get your head down and get to work. And after work, you get another job and you work more. And if you got time in between that shit where you're chilling with your boys, fuck that. On the weekend, get yet another job. Get side hustles out the ass. In your 20s, you should do nothing but work. Just work. Hanging out, fucking bitches, drinking, hunting. Fuck you. Get to work. Any free minute you have, when you're not shitting or fucking taking a shower, you should be making money. And once you get your head completely out of your ass and you have at least $10, $15, $20,000 in your savings, then you can look around and go, oh, well, okay, this is really fucked up. Like I bought a 5-year-old Escape for $20,000, titanium. Oh my Lord, stop. Whatever you think you got going on, just throw that away. Start fresh. Get 15 jobs if you have to. Stack some dough. And you're going to do that for 10 years. 10 years. Till you're 31, 32, 33. And then eventually your brain chemistry will change. You'll be like, okay, wow, I really said I said a GT500 motor is the same as a Navigator. Wow, I was really stupid. And then you'll start realizing that I was right. So that's the best advice I can give you. Just get to work. Right. And again, I'm not trying to pocket watch it. I'm just saying, like, you took out a loan on a 17 Escape and you are betting that your ex-girlfriend, listen to those words coming out of your mouth, that your ex-girlfriend with her tax return. I haven't gotten money back from the government since I was 26, 27. Figure out how to fuck with your withholding so that you owe the government maybe $100 at the end of the year. If you're one of those psychos that claim zero, I can't even begin to talk to you. Titanium Bussy, 5-year-old Escape. Wow, wish I was cool like Ad Pack. But Alex, I spent all my money on weed. Peasants who park outside an apartment complexes need to run along extension cables to park their EV. Go back to paying cam girls. Whoa. Stop watching porn. You definitely need to stop watching porn. Like, I get it, you guys. We're all guys. Guys, I don't have time to watch porn. You understand? I work. And after this work, I'm going to go work again. I'm going to make videos. I'm going to work on I already put the injectors on the Corvette and I started the tuning. Man, what a pain in the ass it is to tune FIC 1440s with a old ECU from Chevy. Shit. But I'm getting there. I'm learning a lot. And then after that, I'm going to install a carburetor on the white car. I bought a brand new carburetor. I'm going to video that. I'm going to see how it goes, drive it. And you know what time it's going to be by the time that's all said and done? 9 p.m. Then I'm going to sleep. And then I'm going to sleep, wake up tomorrow like at 5, go to the gym, come back from the gym, edit the video. Like, I'm 45 years old doing this. You have no excuse. Yep, I'm happier now than ever. The reason my bank account is good. Gotta grow now. Focus on yourself and things will come. Take one day a week for something fun. Fly a kite at the park for an hour, then back to work. Exactly. Get back to work. Because if you got all this free fucking time, all you're going to do is find a way of spending money you don't have. And that's the worst thing you could do. Stack dough in your early 20s. Dunn says, as a 51-year-old man, Alex, you're so right. I don't think it's pocket watching if the guys post publicly on Peasant Chat. I get it. Stack money in IRA and your future will be so grateful. Your future self will be so grateful. Claiming zero is for smooth brain people. Right. Do you know how many Puerto Ricans in my fucking neighborhood said I'm stupid for claiming like 2? I go, okay, let me ask you a question, dumbass. How many weeks are there in the year? They're 52. Let's say I get $50 more in my check every week because of the withholdings adjustment. So $50 a week times 52. And then I owe the government, let's say, $300 at the end of the year after I do my taxes, if I don't have any state taxes. So the government, if you claim zero, you're so happy to get a $1,500 check back or a $2,000 check back. Well, do the math. $50 more in your paycheck per week for 52 weeks, or a $2,500 return, and you think you're happy about that shit. Peck is gambling with money he hasn't earned yet. I'm 24 and I just had to pay $12,000 in taxes. Good for you. I last year I was like 20 something, and then I got to do like estimated stuff at this point because it's getting to the point where it's a little ridiculous, and I got to start spending money to offset my taxes. I'm looking at buying this 13 GT Premium Performance Package car. It has a Roush blower, 28,000 miles. They want 30K. That's high. I'm keeping my Gen 2. I feel like 30K may be too much, or am I wrong? It's high. 20,000 mile, 13 GT, 28, 27 tops. Tops, sorry. Unless it's like a super rare option like peanut butter interior, Mach 5, the Shaker 1000, performance package, Brembo package, rare paint, or California special. I think that's a little expensive in my opinion. I quit my job that I had on Monday because they cut my hours by half and tried to make me train my replacement. Thankfully, I do already have a side hustle and have 4 interviews lined up tomorrow. Okay, all of those statements were fucking stupid. So they cut your hours. So you went from having a job where they cut your hours to no job and zero money. See, guys, this is why the Peasant Chat exists. What you should have done is say, you're cutting my hours. I understand. And in the hours that you have free, you look for another job. And then once you have secured another job, then you give your 2 weeks notice to the one that slashed your hours because you don't want to burn that bridge. Because what if the company is experiencing hardship like everyone else is with inflation and all that stuff, Admiral Peck, and they said, we're not going to fire you. We're going to cut your hours. And welcome to the world of, what is it called? Being an at-will employed person where they can just fire you at any moment. Well, there is no union protection. I can get fired tonight by Lund Racing if he just doesn't like my face. You know, I woke up and I don't like Alex's face. He's fucking fired. And I'd have to go, okay. So you went from having a job that kept you on, even though the inflation and everything sucks, cut your hours, and you quit thinking that's the right thing to do. Oh my God, what is wrong with people nowadays? You're better off getting nothing back or paying the IRS. No interest, just to let them hold your money and give it back. Exactly. There's time while the tune is loading. How's the ZR1 stuff coming along? Next mod plan yet? Track visit soon? No, I have FIC 1440s installed right now. Pain in the butt to tune because of the way Chevy has funky math stuff, because you have to match the math with the injector data. The injector data is plopped in. It's fine. I double, triple check that. Car starts, but there's a lot of fine tuning involved, and that's what I'm in the middle of doing right now. And I'm taking video while tuning. A ton of shit has to happen. He just keeps digging a deeper hole. I've gone exempt and owed $15,000 before. Gotcha. Oh my God, Peck is Turvey's brother. And for the record, half the reason I left her, she kept managing draining my account. Oh my God, why does she have access to your account? Admiral, what you got fired from was a Waffle House and got some, dude, this guy's like I thought Turvey was bad. This guy takes the cake. Joseph Victoria says, good morning, Alex. Do you have a place in mind where you'll be taking the ZR1 for clutch replacement? I don't. It's going to be a monster clutch, but I don't know of anyone I don't know anything about Corvette guys anywhere. Don't give the government interest-free loan. Admiral, just stay off the internet, bro. It'll work out for you. I'm not about to give the Fed an interest-free loan. Claiming one till I die. 10-year-old car. Alex, I'm building my Gen 2 motor with forged rotational assembly. Who said? Wait, Salman Mackey. Wait a minute. Okay. Alex, I am building my Gen 2 motor with a forward rotational assembly. They're thinking if we can increase the bolts over 14 psi and have stock fuel system with proper race gas tanks. I mean, we'd have to log and see if it likes it, but you're getting close on fuel pump. I love getting back low tax returns means I got my money and not waiting on getting it back. Kids help with taxes. When my wife and I both work in our 20s and brought over 200,000, we paid like 45, 50 a year in taxes combined living in California. Getting your hours cut is a way of getting fired. Damn, this scrub getting exposed. If you get taxes back when you're mooching off the other actually taxpayers, awesome government we have. Gotta love it. Come on, Peck. You don't go shoe shopping barefoot. Never leave your job until you have another. Dude, Peck, you got soft hands. Can't fix stupid. Escapes are total trash. I don't know what you paid. I don't care what you paid. Half bolted on says good morning. They cut his hours at the Pro Mod Shop? McDonald's? They cut your hours so you quit. Man, people's mindset, wow. 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. Yeah, but I'm making moves and I've got 4 interviews lined up tomorrow. Waffle House, McDonald's, Burger King, and then Wendy's. Bro, this is the peasant chat. Some money better than no money. Admiral, that's your fault leaving her access to your money. Dude, it's become the Admiral Peck chat. My wife got a 21 Model 3 SR Plus. When they were cheaper, best decision, installed a 240-volt charger at home. Been great as a commuter. Boom, bye-bye. Admiral, you have classified documents in your closet as well. Why would you quit? Good morning, gang. Have bolted on. I own Tesla stock since last year. I hope this helps get the price back up. Easy to drain a few $100 a week. She was draining my bank account as if there was so much in there that it was a problem. Nat Jew, don't forget to email me, ydbtforlife@gmail.com with your address. I totally deleted the email like an idiot. Admiral gets some punani and then says, yeah, you can have the key to my apartment, my bank info, and your own card. That's Google translated if I ever saw one. 9/11's rotational force. Turvey would catch a case if it misses touches switch panel money. So, Alan, no. So, okay, I kind of found out some stuff on the 21 F-150 stuff. And, you know, I can't say much, obviously, because what I know isn't 100% verified. But I've seen a lot of people fall for advertising. And that's the power of advertising. I think advertising is such an underused tool in the world of tuning and just parts in general. You believe whatever the people tell you. Like, I always go back to the oil pump gear debate. You guys bought oil pump gears, and then you bought a set of oil pump gears that were like pre-blued as a heat treatment and caused cavitation, and you guys probably bought that and went, oh yeah, my oil pump is so fucking stout, bro. It's got this crazy look. Look at the oil pump gears I bought. Just look at them. Would you just look at them? They're fucking badass. Look at the and the straw. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You look at a Predator oil pump gear set and it looks like a regular oil pump gear, just the forged setup. So a lot of people fall for the easy advertising stuff. And in my opinion, the 21 F-150 stuff, until I see a twin turbo 21 F-150 run 8s, then I'll give a shit. When I see a 21 F-150 run 8s twin turbo, or a Whipple 132 non-Whipple tune, I understand Whipple tunes them, but if you suck off a Whipple tune 21 and say it's custom tune, boy, drink bleach. Motherfuckers are using that tune for everything. They're using it for turbos. They're using it for everything. So stop it with this custom tuning stuff until I see twin turbos, a non-Whipple tune in it, and custom 100% badass shit. And then I'll care. Then I'll care. Until then, I don't care. Texas doesn't claim Peck. Well, the funny thing is, Nathan, that's most Texans. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I only lived in Houston for 9 months, but that was long enough to sample the fuckery in that town to make me go, oh yeah, everyone's retarded here. Like, there's a lot of good people, smart people, fast people, knowledgeable people that are grossly outnumbered by the fucking retards that live in that town. Does Lund have a soft limiter in the tunes or an option to get one? Yeah, they all have every car on the planet has a soft limiter. You can adjust it, which means it doesn't hit a hard limit. Like my car doesn't hit a hard limiter when I miss a shift. It hits a soft limiter. It just cuts the throttle. Reply to the original email, so you should have it again. Thank you, sir. Cross-drilled oil pump gears. American Muscle still has people believing that 60 horsepower from a cold air intake and 93 blam a tune. And I think that's just a testament as to how good advertising is. You've seen people go, oh my God, wait till you guys see what we have going on here. Introducing the blah, blah, blah. And with this blah, 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 you can take the blah, blah, blah. You need it. You need it. You need to have it right now. Come on, hurry up. There's limited orders available. And you guys buy it. Like, you guys absolutely fucking buy it. Oh, I gotta get that. I was getting 18... He said, Admiral. This is the problem when you try to speak from a place of authority and then say you're making 18 an hour. You need to go to McDonald's where they're paying $20 an hour. Is there a Buc-ee's near you? Buc-ee's is paying like $50,000 a year. That's like $25, $26 an hour, or maybe more, for you to clean the urinals. What the fuck are you doing for 18 an hour working at Ace Hardware? Stop. And then you try to give people motor advice on forums. See, this is the problem. And guys, next time you are arguing with someone on the internet about motors and chassis setup, understand they could make more money working at Buc-ee's cleaning the urinals. So this is why I don't go online and argue with people, because they're making 18 bucks an hour somewhere. No offense to those of you that make 18 bucks an hour, but you could make that at Buc-ee's or McDonald's. Wow. Isn't that minimum wage now? Pretty much. Expensive taste, aka non-dollar menu options. Bama, tune a whopping 14 degrees of timing NA. This keeps getting worse and worse each post. We will tune your 23 F-150. You go faster without all the driving modes. Just cut Peck off the chat. No, this is entertaining. Alrix, if you had to lower your F-150 again, would you use the same kit or buy a more expensive kit? Well, nitrous and bias plies, I am not aware of how other kits install. The Beltec kit was pretty straightforward. I had someone else install it. By the way, this is why I don't have friends. Every friend that has recommended me somebody to do work on stuff sucks. And that's why I work on my own shit. The Beltec kit was installed incorrectly the first time, and Jake had to point it out. Jake's like, this is wrong. And I go, is it? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. And it took me all of an hour to fix what was wrong with the back setup. And it wasn't that difficult based on what I had to do to re-engineer the whole situation. The front stuff was a little bit of a pain in the butt, but the Beltec kit was fine. There is no issue. But I just can't give you a comparison because I haven't put any other kits on, and I will never install a drop kit on a truck ever again. Trucks are going to stay stock ride height. Could you steal Raptors and sell them to dealers in Arizona? I drive the taxi because I like it, not because I can't afford better. Target is paying $25 in California. 18 an hour? Nah, man. Peck lives in West Texas. Cubans make more money than him in the oil field here. Dude, deliver pizzas. Buddy in medical sales did it over COVID, was making $50 an hour with tips. The nearest Buc-ee's is 2-hour drive away. Here we go. You got nothing going on. You are 20-something years old, single. You ain't got shit going on. Move. Oh, well, nothing's around my area. Fucking move. Get the fuck out of there, or I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Get the fuck out of here, because I'm gonna fuck you out right now.
Go where the money is. So you're just gonna stay home? Well, no, it's fucked up in my neck of the woods. There's nothing around here. Move. Oh my God, what is wrong with people? I moved 3 fucking times in my late 30s. What the fuck are you afraid of? You ain't got shit going on. You got nothing. You sound just like motherfucking Turvey. What is going on with people? What is going on with people? Where is the Gen Z motherfuckers soft as shit? Like, is that what's happening? Iron Bolt, if you like it, fucking buy it. What the fuck you want me to tell you, dude? If you like the Mishimoto, buy it. What the fuck you want me to tell you? I'm not a Mishimoto spokesperson. I haven't done Mishimoto comparisons. If you like the Mishimoto radiator, fucking go buy it. What the fuck you want me to tell you? You know what's the best radiator? The stock one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. I'm not tough enough for the oil field, or I'd be out there making $100,000 a year. No, you won't. Not with your mindset. And I was supposed to get 1% of all the part sales on that job. Okay. I'm off of the Admiral Peck train. He'll stay on the chat. He can talk, but it's going to be to dead air. I am tired of this Gen Z fuckery where you guys are soft as shit, putting Starlight headliner on your Mustang, doing sideshows, setting roads on fire, and throwing fireworks at each other. You soft-ass pieces of shit. What the fuck happened to men? What happened to men? Like, what happened to a guy that just went to work, shut his fucking mouth, took care of business, built his ride, shut up? Bro, Gen Z is the softest motherfucking generation I think I've ever seen. It's in the car community. I don't know about in any other community, but y'all out there with the fucking anime on your car. If you have anime on your car, like a sticker or some kind of rainbow farting fucking pony, get the fuck out of my chat forever, pussy. The fuck out of here. If you've ever referenced anything having to do with anime ever, bro, get the fuck out of my shit. You are a fucking dud ass hoe. Anime. Fuck, man. Oil field. I work oil field. It's not hard. No, it's just work, right? Like, you just have to work. And I think that's lost on people. Matt's off. I'm glad 42. He meant too lazy. Yeah, exactly. That's a better. He didn't say he's too soft or his body's not built for it. He just doesn't want to work where guys call him a homo every 2 seconds. I don't think Alex would be upset if you gave up the membership. This is why we need mandatory conscription. What's that? The world is against me. I'm a victim. Too soft equals too lazy. We went too long without a world war. I think it's time. I think it's time to just do a fucking reset. You know what Mother Nature does after a war? Like, after a war, there was this phenomenon, and I forget what it's called. Males born after a war. There's like a phenomenon. It's called the returning soldier effect. The returning soldier effect is a phenomenon which suggests that more boys are born during and immediately after wars. This effect is one of many factors influencing the human sex ratio. The phenomenon was first noticed in 1883 by Carl Dusing of the University of Jena, who suggested that it was a natural regulation of the status quo. Writing in 1899, the Australian physician Arthur Davenport using his findings to hypothesize that the cause was a difference between the comparative ill health of the returning troops compared to the good health of their partners. Okay. Pew showed that the sex ratio with live births in the United States has shown a marked increase in favor of boys between 45 and 47, with a peak in 46. Interesting. So I think we need another one, because ill motherfuckers are impregnating women and having turvies and pecs. Gen Z is whack because of the baby bitches out there. Gen Z don't release anything. Speaking of credit score, do you ask that a potential girlfriend? Yeah, I kind of need to know where you're at with your credit score. So before I met my girlfriend, I dated quite a bit. And I noticed that a lot of women had a spending habit that was a little bit out of control. Don't get me wrong. I have made some very terrible financial decisions, but none of them that were detrimental. Like, I bought a Fox body that was rotted out for $2,000. Stupid, right? Because I wanted the rear end or the T-tops or the interior. The dumb decisions like that. And I would never flip it. I just wanted the stuff. But I never got a Brazilian butt lift on credit. You know what I mean? Like I never was irresponsible with my money. It was always with the hobby that had to do with my passion or my business at the time. So yeah, I do If you're financially irresponsible, then you're generally irresponsible, in my opinion. And I don't want you as a partner in my life. My girlfriend's got a killer credit score. Killer credit score. Instagram and Fast Furious is to blame. Drop in a like. Check it out later. Admiral, do it, bro. It'll do you some good. Alex, West Texas small business owner here. I'd offer him a job if I thought he'd be worth a damn. I need a pro mod builder to keep my trucks going. Tough times never last. Only tough people do. The Gen Z draft would be our soldiers asking the enemy their pronouns. Back in my day, mandatory conscription. Everyone has to join the military for a year or two, and a lot of countries have that for young men, like Israel. Israel has that. I don't think our military needs someone that can't handle an oil field. Peck, enlist. I did it, and it'll change your outlook on everything, especially depending on your MOS. Trust me. You should enlist. He should enlist. The military will not only straighten your ass out, but the little things that you don't even think are important will be important. How you look, how your shirt's folded, how your sheets are folded, how your bed is made, how your laces are tied, how shiny your boots are. When they get down to that minutia, that nitty gritty stuff, everything else follows. And you have to have order in your life. You don't have order in your life. No fucking way. No fucking way you have order in your life. Hard men equals soft times equals soft men equals hard times equals hard men. Then the cycle repeats. Millennials and Zs are soft. Gen X's found out early, then left them to figure it out, shit for themselves. I'm a Gen Xer, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of bitches in my fucking generation too. A lot of stupid ass bitches in my generation thinking they're thug and they're tough. But then Gen Z and and millennials took it to a whole nother level of like soft. I've always been into cars, but never bought a car part on credit that wasn't paid off in full when the bill came. Early 30s here, I don't understand how people choose not to work. I am working 60 to 70 hours a week, me too. On my days off, I go work with my father-in-law part-time when I don't have overtime at my main job. That's literally where, that's literally what I did. Like, all I did was anytime I had any free time, I tried to make money, whether it was my side hustle or whatever. Now, the YouTube thing, everyone thinks is easy. Oh, you must have it good. You guys, you're one, bro. All I do is work. And for people that think that YouTube is an easy gig, do it for a week. Think of content, video the content, edit the content, push, promote, and advertise the content and see how much you get back. By the way, AED called me. I didn't take that phone call. Because why? I got a phone call on I'm like, why is AED calling me? Should have just replaced the floats. Why are you calling me? Like, no offense. Look, AED, if you're listening to this, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you did. You taught me a big lesson. No hard feelings. I just put out there what I found out, that you guys did not check the floats, flooded my engine. Am I asking for money back? No. Am I asking for you to, pay for my engine? No. I just said I fucked up by paying $300 to have gaskets replaced, essentially. So no problem. I'll clear out the engine of fuel, change the oil, put a brand new non-AED built carburetor in there, and life will be good. Peck, you want to make money? Get into the trades, forget working on cars. I think the problem is Instagram and all these social media accounts. These guys build garbage, right? And they have rears only on their car. Shout out to the only rears page on Instagram. It's the best fucking page ever. It showcases poor people who want to be famous for being poor. So they literally want to be featured on only rears. They want to be featured on only rears. And I laugh so hard that these guys literally go out of their way to post, put me up on only rears, put me up on only rears. Let me look at this story. It's wonderful. Yeah, poverty. Look, this guy's a Roush. Look at a Boss 302, and I guarantee he's got rears only. Yup, race stars. And these people, I think, are basically a sample size of what I'm talking about, the mindset. Like, why don't you buy the fronts? Well, I don't need the fronts. All I need is grip. Okay, got it. Then I don't know what you're doing. Look at this guy has a Corvette, a Cobra with rear only. Oh my god, dude, this is just. I would be embarrassed to leave the house with. Look at this guy. He has rears only, bias ply. No, those are like the drag radial Hoosier. So I'm wrong about that. Yeah, look at this. Just rears only everywhere. And these motherfuckers think they're popping. And that's what's wrong with this generation. They literally think that they're popping with rears only. And then they say, oh, you're just old. You don't understand. You're right. I don't understand why you would buy rears only and flex. Only rears need some merch already. Absolutely. Livernois is offering a Vortec here for the 21 and up F-150. What am I asking? What I'm asking is, would you go Vortec or Whipple? Out of those two, a Whipple. Because it's a truck. It's a truck. You need to get out of the hole. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. ESS, their kit was going to come out, and then they showed me some of the configuration stuff and then the timeline, and it just wasn't going to work for me. But if I hadn't already, I already repped VMP, and I don't want to rep them anymore. I already have a Whipple supercharger in my blue car, but I don't want to rep them that way. You know, I don't want to say, oh, Whipple, look, give me this. I don't. I almost just want to I just want to have the best thing for my vehicle. And to be honest, it's probably twin turbos in the fucking GT500. But then in my opinion, it takes away from what a GT500 is. I think a GT500 is a supercharged car. And if you're going to look at a GT500, you go, okay, supercharged. If I put twin turbos on the bitch, not only is it going to be ridiculously expensive, it just kind of takes away from the GT500-ness of the vehicle. If I'm going to build a race car, it's not going to be based off of a GT500. That's going to be something that I race once in a while, but not an all-out race car. It's going to have a badass T56. It's going to have badass motor. And if I drive it on the street once in a while, cool. But I'm not looking to make a race car out of it. Only rears is full, minimal effort, maximum return. Mike ESS says, anyone only rears? I have a set of front forks F14s for sale. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they couldn't afford the front, or they said, well, why am I going to buy fronts? All I need is grip. Then why don't you just buy a sticky rear tire? Well, I want to be able to daily in my car too. I'm like, oh, got it. Bunch of blue collar guys arguing about who works more hours and has less time isn't a flex. It's just sad. I'd rather make 180K and working 40 hours a week. Okay, Mike H, then you're not a hard worker. You want the most for the minimum, right? You want the most for the minimum. So let me ask you a question. What if you work 80 hours a week and make 360? Mike H. What if you work 80 hours a week and you could make 360? Would you do that? I bet you're going to say no. I bet you're going to say no. It's a flex when a man wants to work. It's 100% a flex when a man wants to work. We're doomed. We need a world war. If we got motherfuckers like Mike H flexing on 180 and 40 when he can make 360 and 80. Alex, you were right. My Pro Charger finally snapped off my crank pulley. The whole block is fried.
Oh, no! We suck again!
I don't want to be right when it comes to that stuff. But if you look at how it's laid out, if you look at how the supercharger is mounted, if you look at how the crank snout is stressed out with an auxiliary pulley, you would literally never run it. I think people don't buy the front skinny because they drive it on the street. Oh, stop it. Trying to make an excuse for them. Taylor, thank you. Stay supercharged. Exactly. Supercharged cars should stay supercharged. What's worse, when the truck is only rears, and if it's a 5.3 and like if it's a 5.3, that's fast. Good morning. Finally made it to a Sunday a lot. Rears only guys are ignorant too. I know plenty of guys that can't afford them. They just think they're unnecessary. When is the next episode of the Keith Ray engine teardown? So we ordered the pistons. Pistons are going to take 6 weeks, guys. Now, if Keith Ray wants to go out of his way and you know, hey, Keith, if you're on the chat or if you're listening right now, whatever video you want to put out there, I would love to feature on the channel. But if you're trying to keep it for your own channel, I understand that too, because he has some of the most ridiculous builds go through his doors. But I'd love to showcase them with my motor stuff. Like Steve Morris is milking the El Camino's build, and that's smart. He got 300 people, 1,000 watching the teardown, the machining, the valve. He's got, and I got about 2 minutes in, and I'm like, okay, he's just gonna machine. He's going to do motor work. I don't care whose it is. So he's not going to show me anything new that he hasn't shown me before in other channels. It's just whose motor that is. So, hey, if Keith Ray wants to show me the honing, the checking the crank, the anything you want to show, Keith Ray, that is about 10 to 15 minutes long, brother, send it over, send it on Dropbox. I'll feature it on the channel. I'd love to have people be right there with you as we go through the engine build, if you're willing. 21 boosted GC on 93 pump gas after doing long tubes, no cat. Boost dropped. Is it a safe way? Okay, whoa. Did power go up, Mark? So if boost dropped, did power go up? Does dropping boost means you lost power? If you take away a restriction, is it going to gain horsepower or take away horsepower? If you put your finger at the end of a hose, right, and you're backing up all that flow and it's coming out with a lot of pressure, when you let go of that finger from the end of the hose, it's going to be less pressure but more volume, right? So did power go down when you put long tube headers in it? Crank Snapper 3000, exactly. Is that California? Is that California's 180? Yeah. If you're in California saying you make 180 in 40 hours, that is not a flex. That's not a flex, bro. That's $55,000 in Kansas City. Alex, will I make it through the trap in 4th or 5th at the track? 28-inch tire, MT82, 373 gears. Wondering if I should switch to a 331. I don't know if you're boosted or not. If you're boosted, you're probably going to go into 5th. I finally caught one live. Every day the week is working, Peck. Okay, how much work is done during those 40 hours? Exactly. 40 hours isn't enough to do actual work. What wouldn't you want the most for the minimum? I guess Alex loves giving time away for anybody for $1. B Weaver, that's why you are a peasant and you don't even subscribe, because your mindset is retarded. And I love critical thinkers. What do you do in your free time? If you can make 180 in 40, then work 80 and make 360, right? What are you giving away then? See, you guys don't value hard work anymore. And young people don't like to work. Young people like to hang out, fuck around. The unemployment rate is the unemployment rate because people are just not working anymore. Oh, this is record low unemployment rate because these motherfuckers aren't even applying to jobs. They're couch surfing, and nothing else. I am not going to be one of those fucktards that hang 40 hours. That means at 3:30 I'm done and I got from 3 to 10 to do nothing. Fuck that. Get to work. My whip will snap my crank. I think I'd do a built trans one-piece drive shaft, drop it in third, and bye-bye. Bumble swipes on a on a carburetors on Summit's websites. Exactly. I wonder if he had stolen crank support installed and still broke the crank. Why do you retract the statement, bro? Well, don't retract statements, Mike H. If you're gonna say something, keep it up there. Don't be retract shit. You're more than welcome to set your own priorities. If working 80, 90, 100 hours a week and makes you feel like a man, good for. Oh, this guy is not. This guy has low testosterone. This guy has low testosterone because no one would ever say man in quotation marks. That is what a man is. A man's worth is what he can produce. Plain and simple. What else? Tell me what else would you define as a man nowadays? Someone with an insanely manicured beard and haircut taking selfies? Is that a man? A man is worth is what he can provide. And if you can provide a lot, you are more of a man. That's just how it is in society. I don't know where the fuck you live, but a man can produce a lot. He is worth more. If you get your self-gratification in 40 hours, good for you. If you're okay giving your job the bare minimum and not establishing a side hustle for your own and making double the money, bro, we're good. We're good. But you are worth less as a man if you can produce less. If I was you and I could make 180 in 40 hours, I would do 80 hours and make 360. And guess who's worth more? Because on the weekend, when I'm out there flexing, I got that extra money I can burn. Can you? Bro, you can say it's a flex all you want, saying I make 180 and 40. And an oil field worker can make that and bust his ass and probably double that if he wants to, if he works double the hours. I respect a oil field worker that makes 200, or a welder that makes 200 or 175 working 70 plus hours a week than some bitch in an office making 180 at 40 hours. Because you're worth less. You are literally worth less if you can provide. Why not work 80? Why not work 80, Mike H? Why not take less time in the fucking mirror and more time working? Bro, unreal. Does Mike have a picture of himself staring into the ground in front of his car? I used to have a weekend job at the gym to not waste my time on weekends. When they closed during 2020 and everyone I worked with got on unemployment, I saw how lazy they were. I stayed working on my main job. Dude, look, there's a reason I value people that, look, I'll give you an example. Because this, it's actually a very good example. John Lund Sr. was a helicopter pilot for two massive companies. He was making that and then some. Right? John Lund Sr. was out there flying helicopters for people of substance. Did those people of substance ever stop working? No. Those people, because Senior was around main people, big baller motherfuckers. Those guys worked all the time. The most successful men on the planet work all the time. So Senior, probably seeing that, going, God damn it, I got to get me a side hustle. So as he was flying helicopters for a living, he got a side hustle. He started Lund Racing. So on his free time, he would go out and tune Cobras, Lightnings. He'd go set up dyno sessions. He'd have 30 cars he'd have to tune or whatever the fuck. Then he devised a way of doing it remotely and said, you know what? I can be my hotel room. After I land the helicopter, land that bitch. Guy's going to go do his high-level meetings. I'm going to tune. So he sat there and tuned. Oh, got called back to the helicopter. Landed his ass home. Went home. Now the guy owns the most successful Ford aftermarket tuning outfit on the planet. But you could go work your 40 and be happy. Go work your 40 and be happy. I got a 40-hour job, then side hustle some welding and fab work, also doing social media, installing razzle-dazzle lights and selling parts for a yellow company. The pandemic showed the lazy ones. These guys do second gear takeoffs with their 6R80s. They hot so much torque. What the hell is he talking about? Maybe you can figure life out on your deathbed with a big bank account. There's 72. See, I like how people think that you're going to work yourself to death. Tell me a millionaire that works 40 hours a week. Go. Show me a millionaire that works 40 hours a week. They don't. You know why? Because they have a mindset of making money and being successful. So they go, I always work. I'm constantly working. I work all the time. And if you don't got that mindset, that's fine. You can be happy as fuck with your 40 hour pay, a 40 hour a week job that pays you what you think is a high wage, and never realize your full potential by busting your ass all the time, especially the young guys. If you're under 35 years old, you should be working at least 60 to 70 hours a week, period. All this hanging out bullshit, that does nothing but drain your bank account. Unless you got a girlfriend that'll drain your hundreds of dollars from your bank account. Money for the Steve Harvey motivational speech. Looks like a bunch of dudes in this chat need to hear that. Look, there's a bunch of dudes in this chat that think that they got shit figured out and they work 40 hours a week. And the most successful men on the planet never stop working. They never stop working. That's why this is the Peasant Chat. There's not only Peasant chat for money, but peasant chat for mindset. If you got a peasant mindset, bro, be happy with your 40 and 180. It's all good. I'll work my 80 and make 360. And at the end of the day, I'm twice as successful as you. Yes, I work twice as hard, but I'm twice as successful as you. You'll get enough sleep when you're dead. Money will make itself. Exactly. Like, the pandemic made me realize who is out there getting money. If you did not triple or quadruple your sales during the pandemic as a parts company, as an anything that provided car-related stuff, because for whatever reason, car-related stuff exploded during the pandemic, you are a lazy bum. You didn't market yourself. You sat home and you just put a mask on. You put a mask on and you're like, oh, I can't go outside. You can fucking catch the Rona. And motherfuckers are out there busting their ass and working and making big money, doubling, tripling their output. And then when times are tough, like now we're facing some inflation stuff, you have a nice little cushion, don't you? It's all good. At the lake and on YouTube, what's he talking about? She fuck with me under the condition that I get up and go to work every day and beat her down the order. Okay. Elon Musk has said in an interview that he gets at least 6 hours of sleep and works the rest. One of the wealthiest men out there. And you know, some idiot on this chat would probably roll his eyes at Elon Musk. Like, Elon Musk has done more in his first 10 hours of the day than you've probably done in your life. The people that criticize him. Oh, Elon Musk, he's a fucking clown. Oh, he's a clown? Okay, got it. Right. But you're successful because you work 40. Right. Alex, leave them alone. They're okay with financing their $80,000 home, 2020 car, and barely meeting bills. I wake up. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. So let's say that's a very good point. PMP, I learned new skills over the pandemic and busted my ass studying. All but doubles my salary. So imagine you have a 40-hour a week job and you got 180. And then your bills start to, become a little bit on the tight side. Let's say you say, well, I can afford a $500,000 house. I can afford a $75,000 car. And my bills are good. And you got a lot of free time. Like a lot of free time. 40 hours a week ain't shit. So why not work a little extra to have a little saved up? Because you and I both know you're not making 180 or 40 hours a week living in a 1-1 with a little Corolla. That would be the smart thing. But you're not doing that. You're balling. You're telling people you got money. You only work 40 and you hang out and you fuck bitches and you hang out with your boys half the time. Nothing's a bigger time waster than hanging out with your fucking boys. You want to hang out with your boys? Hang out with your boys once a month for like 2 hours at a bar, catching up. At least you got something to talk about. Then see you next couple of months. Because I'm going to go out there and work. You guys that look forward to hanging out every fucking day at the bar after work, and you get to the bar at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and you stay there till 9 o'clock, bro, you fucking losers. Like, insane losers. If you change your bank account, change your mindset. Right, exactly. Change your mindset first. Hey, man, I thought this was the performance car channel. This is the peasant chat. Today we had Admiral Peck tell us that he bought a 5-year-old Escape for $20,000. That his girlfriend is going to buy out with her tax return. Then he said his hours was going to get cut. And he said, oh, yeah? You want to cut my hours? Well, how about this, motherfucker? I quit. And now he's jobless. And I'm like, this is the peasant mindset, chat. Making money is a game. It's just competition. Work, bro. Alex Peterson spitting facts. Wonder what AMS has been up to. Worked at 80 and retired at 35 versus working at 40, retiring at 70. Yep. So that's a good one. My ex's dad, he busted his ass. He did nothing but work. He retired at 52 with millions in the bank. Got a little lake house, chilling. You know what he does on his side hustle? He builds houses or maintains a home or, remodels and refurbishes homes. And he works probably 50 hours a week doing that. But he's retired, meaning he doesn't have to work. He has toys, he's this, he's that, he just hangs the fuck out. But then he goes, you know what, this is boring, let me get back to work. That's a great mindset to have. Because what happens every single time someone retires at 60 something after working in a job for 40 years? They drop fucking dead. How many of you have known a guy that was healthy, that was good, worked the minimum, retired with a real shitty pension, but he retired and was able to meet his bills? They die. They die. Because the only thing that was keeping him alive is work. So why not just work? And you die. Look, I told Senior one time, we were having a conversation about that kind of mindset. And Senior's an army dude. So work is instilled in him. Junior, obviously raised by that kind of dad. It kind of wears off on you, you know? Dakota and Brandon, similar. And Devin, the new guy, also. We're all hard workers. We're all willing to work and bust our ass and do our thing. And I don't know where the fuck I was going with this, but he was asking me about that. Like, Alex, don't you, he doesn't want me to burn out. He wants to make sure. I'm like, dude, I love this shit. Like, I look forward to working. Like, I work more on the weekends physically than I do during the week, based on just time and availability. And he wants to make sure I don't burn out so that I'm good for the customers. I go, I'm good. I'm literally sitting down and typing on a keyboard. That is not hard work. It may be hard mentally sometimes dealing with people, but it's not hard work. Get that part-time Home Depot and get discounted turbo piping and hardware. Teach your sons that they need to provide no matter what. Teach your daughters what to expect from a man and match that energy. Nope, Anthony, you're wrong, because according to Mike, work 40 hours, work the bare minimum, don't give the man one more minute of your life, and women will find you more attractive that way. I never said that. No, trust me. A woman at the end of the day wants a guy that can provide. Well, what if I can provide in the 40 hours? Well, you can provide even more in 80. Life expectancy actually drops if you retire early. A body in motion stays in motion. 100% facts, Alex. Work keeps you alive. Not a single motherfucker peasant mind will let that info sink in. I always wondered why not one motherfucker understands that.
Not one motherfucker!
That work keeps you alive. It keeps you in shape. The time that you have off, you're drinking. Okay, so how many of you have a 40-hour-a-week job? What do you do if you don't have a side hustle? Tell me what your day is like afterwards. You wake up at 6:30, take a shower, shit. Maybe you go to the gym or maybe not. Let's say you get to work at 7:30. Do your shitty job. Get out at 4:30. What the fuck do you do between 4:30 and 10:30 or 11 by the time you got to go to sleep? What the hell do you do in 6 hours every day? I don't have 6 free hours a week. What do you do 6 hours every day after work? Tell me what you do. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But look, my job isn't physically hard. You know what? I get up at 5 a.m, go to the gym. That's hard. That's hard. Getting to the gym and getting the workout in and getting your mind right for the day, that's difficult. After that, the rest is it's just a creative method. You kind of have to like make it up as you go along. Right now I have like an hour of video and I don't even know what the fuck it's about. I have to like put it on the computer and go, what the fuck am I going to make out of this? And hope 5,000 of you like it. Coyote B Weaver says hard work equals making YouTube money and tuning cars remotely. Yeah, I mean, if that sounds really easy. So did you remove the motor out of your GT500? Did you change the torque converter on your car on the ground? Did you take the blower off of your ZR1 and ship it off? Did you install the exhaust on the ground on your car? Did you do any of that stuff? I like how people think I'm making YouTube videos is easy work. If you, B Weaver, you couldn't hang with me for 5 hours. I dare you to do what I do in a day. You couldn't fucking hang. You'd be huffing and puffing like a fucking bitch. Every guy that thinks that they can hang, can't fuck with me on a Monday. Not even close. So go ahead. You could say, oh, he's making YouTube videos. That's hard work. Okay, that's fine. I guarantee my YouTube channel is responsible for more income than you make a year. And that's just a side hustle. And that's what you see. The stuff that I do, the wrenching and all that other stuff, you don't see that on video. You just see a finished product. On the gym note, how often do you go to the gym? 7 days a week? Necessary? No way. Four to five is fine because I do a lot of physical stuff outside of the gym. So you're just going to get hurt if you go too often, unless that's your only way of getting any physical activity. I work on the cars a lot, and that's a lot of physical activity. According to Homeboy, it's easy. B. Weaver says it's easy because it's just making YouTube videos. My grandparents ran the restaurants for decades, working 14 to 16-hour days. As soon as they closed down and retired, they almost immediately passed away. You guys can't handle my opinion. No, it's not your opinion. It's you have no idea. You have no idea what you're talking about. If you had some idea what you're talking about, I'd go, okay, you would work circles around me. You couldn't fucking do shit. You couldn't even, the gym stuff, you'd be wiped out. The gym stuff, and I'm 45 years old. I guarantee the gym stuff, you'd be wiped the fuck out. You wouldn't even be able to function. And then you got to deal with people for 8 hours. Then you got to wrench on shit. Then you got to have a creative mindset of videoing it, editing it, and uploading it, and then doing 3 to 5 live streams a week. I guarantee you can't. No one does it. Name anyone in the industry that does what I do by themselves with no work, with no help. I mean, yeah, dudes are confusing hard work with always grinding. Correct. Look, I get this all the time, and once I get in my ZR1 that I put together, I tuned, I fucked with, I just laugh. I go, I'm doing okay. It's all good. Weaver, watch out. He has over 80 hours of editing in that video. Oh, see? And yes, and that's why I'm double as successful as you. That's why I am doubly as successful as you are. Sorry. I mean, I apologize that I have a better working mindset than you do. You're just lazy. You're lazy. You probably don't value yourself as a man, because if you were to put me next to you in terms of value and what I can provide, I'd probably double, triple your shit. So, hey, if you're good giving the bare minimum, have at it, brother. That means you're isn't there a name for a person that gives the bare minimum? Like at a job, you guys know that at a job, you know somebody that just does the bare minimum and they squeak by. And that seems like Mike H and Weaver are probably butt buddies doing shit like that. That's okay. I'm not gonna hate on you guys. Cool. But I'm just gonna work hard. That's it. Look at the bums coming together. Mike and Weaver can get together after the show and dock. The meat riders came out today, crawling around on the car and setting up the camera. Most of these can't do it. They can't even think. Like, let's say creatively, right? Imagine making a video that anyone would watch and finds halfway entertaining. Like, I was tuning on the Corvette yesterday for about an hour or two, hour and a half. That was, racking my brain, because you have to understand the data that's being spit out at you, what the car's trying to do, and what your adjustments do in terms of modifying the data that you see. And then you got to figure out why it's doing that. People just think I'm staring at a keyboard or at a laptop and just plopping numbers in it. And I'm like, dude, it's all good. Whatever. Mike and Weaver can both, I guarantee Mike and Weaver voted Democrat once in their life. I guarantee the motherfuckers voted Democrat once in their life, because no Republican or conservative or libertarian that I know would ever say, I would never work more than 40 hours. Imagine he's in the battlefield. Imagine he gets drafted and he punches out at 4:30. The mindset carries through everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you only give 40 hours of effort at your job, that's how you carry your whole life. How you do anything is how you do everything. Again, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you work 40 and put in the bare minimum, that's exactly how you live your life. I wouldn't want you next to me if we're in a war. I wouldn't want you next to me if we're in a fight. I wouldn't want you and me, going at it against a common enemy because you'd quit. You'd fucking quit because you only put in 40. They definitely voted Democrat. Alex, how often do you shave your head? My girlfriend is watching and asked. Every 2 days. Yeah, every 2 or 3 days. Any more than that, you definitely get the horseshoe effect, and you don't want to look like that guy anymore. And then what they do is this. This is the very common thing Gen Z and homos do. They get destroyed in the comments, and they go, "Oh, bro, I was just kidding, man," because they're getting drug in the comments. Front squat, bro. When I was in the military, a 12-hour day was a short day. 40 hours a week, and I worked 1,000 hours of overtime last year. Better go move your cars out of the apartment 24 hours guest spot before you tow 6. Actually, I have 2 garages that I pay for. The ZR1 is in one. The GT500 is in the other. My 800 supercharged, my 800 horsepower supercharged Mustang is in the other slot. My 460 horsepower Notch is in the other slot. But your 40 hours a week, I'm sure, pays for one nice car that you lease. How you do anything is how you do everything. We need slackers in life. Make the rest of us look that much better. Yeah, look, I'm happy Mike H is around. You actually did the, oh my God. Could you imagine if this fucking dud was next to you? This was that guy that skated by. He skated by. He was that guy that just skated by and did nothing. Do you imagine people refer to him as like the dud of the unit? Ugh, no thank you. That's a great quote. How you do anything is how you do everything. You know who told me that? There was a girl I was dating, and she was like super hardworking, and it was attractive. It was really attractive. Yeah, what color? What color is your ZR1 and GT500? I did 9 deploy. Okay, good. Congrats. You're still a lazy fucking bum after that. Mike H was in the military. Yikes. Ranch MOS. Dude, hella butthurt. I'm in overtime by Wednesday every week. What car does my... Yeah, I should say, what color is your ZR1? Yeah. Not 800, 795. You're right. Wait, was this the guy who started the couch touching the wall thing? I don't know. But Alex, doesn't that leave in time for the boyfriend? Is sumo gay? You mean, whatchamacallit? The deadlift? Like, are you saying deadlift? Yeah, sumo deadlift is not a deadlift, if that's what you're asking. Anthony says 200 to 300 a year, and I still have time to be a dad with my kid and help my wife start the side hustle. She also works 50 to 60 at bad. You guys got it figured out. You guys got it figured out. You do. You just, if you come from a household that the people just bust their ass and work, bro, your kids are gonna see that and go, God damn it, mom and dad are killing it. And when they grow up, they're gonna go, bro, I can't work any less hard than my mom and dad did. So then you're actually carrying that thought process down generations. But what happened is Mike H's generation just became like lazy and did nothing. Work hard. Working hard doesn't mean you have to break your back. Software stuff can be real. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like a lot of people think that you have to physically work hard. Maybe dude is a homeowner and not an apartment renter. Oh, here we go. Another one. I've owned 2 homes. 22 years old, bought my first house. 26 years old, bought my second house. So you could say whatever you want about home ownership. If you live in Kansas and have a $250,000 mortgage, congrats. I live in Palm Beach County where prices start at $600 to $700 for a fucking shack. Notice both of these guys are not members. Exactly. They pay for oil changes with their 40-hour check. 40 hours. Oh, looks an owner, operator, OTR trucker. Oh my God. You guys live on, all you do is work. Explains it all. You were in the Navy. Yeah. Look, wait, what the fuck did you deploy? If you're in the Navy, okay, when I think deployment, I think you're out there fighting the Taliban. Not on a ship. But whatever. He said it as a flex. Hey, saying you deployed and in the Navy is not a flex. Alex, my dad's from the Dominican Republic. He told me stories of walking 5 hours to work in the Bronx back in the late 70s and 80s. Where the fuck did he work? Manhattan? He probably did work in Manhattan. Navy CT, those deployments were probably brutal. 180K is my take home, by the way, after taxes, peasants. Okay, sure. You're still worth less than me. Again, you are still worth less than me. And because I work more, plain and simple. I'm willing to bet 100 right now. His house is smaller and cheaper than your apartment. I guarantee it. Instead of having toy cars, some families invest in their houses and stocks. Cool story. I don't have a family. I don't want kids. My kids are my cars. What color is your ZR1, Tim Webb? I'm going to start doing that shit. By the way, I mean, I know Andrew Tate got arrested for human trafficking. That's not cool. But the line, what color is your Bugatti, is probably one of the better lines I've ever heard. 100 sailors got out, 50 couple come back. Okay, he was a chef on the ship. He was cleaning toilets and urinals. You know, there's a lot of guys that say they're in the Navy and you think they're fucking Tom Cruise and Iceman. And you are not Tom Cruise or Iceman. You were come cleaner man. Okay? Well, here comes Billy. He's going to jerk off in the urinal again. Well, luckily Mike H deployed with us this time and he's going to clean the cum from the urinals. Once someone pocket watches, they lose the argument. Hi, Alex. Where did you serve? I was working. I was busy working the whole time. If I had to do it all over again, and I said this on the chat many times, I would have deployed. I would have enlisted. But you were in the Navy cleaning cum off urinals, bro. Stop it. The only way to have stuff is to work for it. The guys that don't work extra are the ones that complain about being broke. OT is double time for us out here and lots of it. What color is your house, Alex? It was white and the other one was off-white. What color is your ZR1? What color is your GT500? 40 hours. This guy thinks he's got an argument and he works 40 hours. When that company needs to trim fat, that 180 is going to be gone. There's a lot of vets in this chat. Don't wave that flag too hard. Mike thinks he's rich because he has a house, laughing my ass off, satisfied. Look, I thought I was balling at that age. I thought that owning a home was going to be the most badass thing ever. And I owned a brand new house when I was 22. And that was okay. But I didn't feel accomplished. I didn't feel like, because look, I'm never interested in having kids. I just wanted to go racing and fuck around and get in shape and just kind of like make money. And then I bought my second house at 26. It was a Queen Anne Victorian, nicer house, older, pretty. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. Bro, get the fuck out of here with your RT10 having ass. My Viper was red. Why didn't you keep it? If you're balling on a 40-hour-a-week budget, why didn't you keep it? Why'd you have to sell it? Good morning. He owns a home in Virginia. Like saying you own a home anywhere, but let's say South Florida, California, Houston. Some areas in Houston have a really nice house. And maybe some really nice parts of the Northeast, like Western Mass, like in the Berkshires, or some areas just outside of the city of New York. Bro, shut up. You can get a nice pad for $250. My rent is probably double your mortgage. Yeah, well, you pay someone else. I'm okay doing that because I work harder than you. It's all good. My house is paid off, no mortgage, baby. I think I saw your Viper in Forza, Mike. Right, stop the cap. Dude, Cap City. But look, that's why it's the peasant chat. It wouldn't be the peasant chat unless we had guys that deployed in the Navy. What the fuck did you deploy? No offense. For those of you that Marines and Army guys in the chat. Western Mass is dope. Madland, right. If you live in Western Mass, west of Springfield, let's say just in the Berkshires, right on the line of New York. Guys, tons of land, big money, nice baller, real pretty. That to me is like super nice. South Florida, obviously I live here. It's you don't know South Florida until you come to South Florida. There's a guy in the chat, I think he does pool work, And Jeff Betts, who's a guy that I've known for a long time, he was one of the first guys I tuned with Lund Racing. He moved to South Florida. He's understanding what South Florida is all about. If those 40 hours are so important, why waste time thinking up these wicked burns for someone you don't like? The Virginia comment, LOL, tell me what real estate looked like in cash burn. At least you know he watched previous shows. Yeah, look, the biggest haters that you end up having are the biggest fans by far. Like the biggest fans. Those guys, yeah, because I moved. My house was white because I moved out of Massachusetts to Houston to South Florida. Where the fuck do you live? Let me guess. You live somewhere where the median income is $45,000 a year. Honestly, paying rent is better. You don't have to come out of pocket to fix everything roof. Right. If anything breaks, then all of a sudden you just call somebody and they fix it. I had an issue with, I don't know, I think one of the AC, the control, boom, he fixed it. Like, I don't have time for that stuff. This frees me up from working on the house. I don't want to work on a house ever. Fuck that. The only reason I would buy a house now is to have a big garage to do this. You know, to have land, to have a big garage, to do everything in one place, potentially bring the dyno over there. But I just don't think that's going to happen for at least a couple of years. I've been saying that for a couple of years, but the housing market was ridiculous here, and it's finally leveled off. Mike capping hard. Look, we know it. Alex, you and Jason at 1320 proved that hard work can get you. Yeah, look, Northeast guys are different. Like I think Northeast guys are built to work, and Jason's one of those guys. All he does is work, and he's got badass cars, fast cars, and a thriving business. I mean, how can you hate on a guy like that? Imagine saying to him, "Hey, Jason, don't work so hard," and he's gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna bust my ass and get it going." Alex mowing the yard on a John Deere. I'm in South Florida doing HVAC. Big money. 40 hours, 80 hours a week. Hell, I want to flex. I got a $270,000 truck, sleeping every night, and have a $300,000 house for the family. And I work 80 hours a week. So you're a truck driver. Oh, I got to love it. Exactly. See, exactly. Look, we all know these people. They're the biggest fans, and they try to come after people, but they're literally the biggest fans. They know everything that you've ever said. They know everything about you, and they hate you because you say something that goes against their core beliefs. Work hard, your value goes up. I'm sorry. I don't care that you deployed. I don't give a fuck. You're not a hard worker. I don't want to know anything about you. And that's why no one will ever know your fucking name, bro. No one will ever know Mike H unless I say your fucking name. Get the fuck out of here. A couple more, we'll get out of here. Fit God says, my SET-BDX won't let me shift above 7,200. Does that sound right? It's like a built-in hard limiter or what 5-star tuned. If 5-star tuned your car, they're setting the hard limiter. They're the ones that are dictating where it stops shifting. So you'd have to hit them up for any issues. Alex, I respect that you don't have kids, but then who do you want to pass your success and your assets to in the future? Nobody. I'm going to die broke. Fuck that. No one is going to enjoy shit that I worked hard for. They can suck my dead dick. The moment I die, I'm going to fucking give everything away. Fuck that. If I have anything left to my name and I know I got a couple weeks to live, I'll fucking liquidate everything. Fuck that. So some spoiled fucking piece of shit can live off of daddy's shit. Fuck that. 01 goes to, I'll crush it. Fuck it. Alex died in his will. Crush the cars in front of everybody. Oh, everyone would be so pissed. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here because I got to go work. That's right. I want to do creative stuff and actually video stuff and get you guys more content that you will watch and then end up hating me later for because, you know, maybe I didn't do it exactly how you would do it. But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to install the carburetor on the notch. I'm going to finish tuning the ZR1. Hopefully get you video. I don't know if I can do 60 to 130 today because I want to install the wideband on the ZR1 before I do wide open throttle pulls. I'll do partial throttle pulls, but wide open throttle pulls are going to have to wait till I get out of the dyno and dial it in on the dyno. Fourth gear pulls all the way to 7,100 RPMs. Make sure fueling is on the money. The notch, though, I can install the wideband easy and get the carb stuff done easy. So I might work on that and get you some video on that, because that'll follow up the AED carburetor failure video nicely. And I think that's probably what I should work on first, then work on the 01 later. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Before I do all that, though, I'm going to go to the gym. That's right. I'm going to go to the gym after this because I'm a psycho. Then work on the cars and get your videos during the week. So be on the lookout for video potentially tomorrow, 5 or so p.m. I don't think I'm going to drop a video tonight. I'm going to let this chat kind of like circulate a little bit before I dilute the channel with another video tonight. So I'll try to get that up for you tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your weekend. SpaceX launches today. I highly encourage you guys to watch the SpaceX Falcon Heavy launch at around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please watch that. That is just insane, badass shit if you're into rocket, propulsion, anything. It's just super cool at 5 p.m. SpaceX is launching today. So, all right, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys Tuesday on Talking Ship, and video potentially Monday at 5 p.m. Have a good rest of your Sunday. See you guys later. Bye.